Right, so today's video we're going to be talking about One Piece volumes 7, 8, and 9, and I'm rushing through these, man. Not in a bad way. I'm not, rushing through them, like, you know, like, not taking it all in. I'm taking everything in. But I'm getting through these like that. And, yeah, I'm starting to really enjoy my time with One Piece. Especially in these three volumes, and 8 and 9 specifically, because volume 7 was still dealing with the Barity, was still dealing with introducing Sanji, what's his character all about, what are his motivations, what's his sad backstory, and that's fine. I don't know if I love Sanji as a character. I don't know if I love his characterization. Obviously, things might change drastically going forward, but his kind of character, his thing is like he's just horny. His whole thing is just he's horny for Nami specifically, but he seems to be horny for pretty much every female character in the book. Or in the series that he meets, and that's really about it, because you'll have these moments that should be emotional, and it's just Sanji going like looking at like one of the women, and that's kind of distracting. He's kind of like that in the show, but not nearly to the same extent. But yeah, the volumes 8 and 9 are definitely where things start to get more exciting, because that's where Arlong Park starts. And, Arlong Park is one of those things that whenever you start One Piece, people are going to say, that's where it gets really good. That's the first arc that really starts to, build up some kind of momentum, and it's the first time we get, real gut punches. And Nami's backstory is a really big gut punch. I think if I was reading this without having seen the Netflix show, I wouldn't have been braced for it, if that's the thing. But yeah, I would say if you're starting One Piece and you're not feeling the first few volumes, I would say get to 8 and then maybe continue on to 9, because Volume 8 is the one that I'd heard is that's where things start to click into place. That's where One Piece starts to feel like something really special. I would say Volume 9 is where that where it kind of stops being silly Saturday morning cartoon stuff, and it starts turning into, oh, that's what you want to do. Oh, this isn't, it's more than just a cute, fun pirate story. This is gonna break my heart. This is gonna, that Volume 9 is called Tears for a reason, and it's not just because Nami does a lot of crying in it. If you are that way inclined, it just might get you, man. Is one of those ones where, on any given day, if you're reading that in a specific mood, you could get that one Denzel tear. You could get that very easily. I feel like Oda is really is really get starting to get to develop his style in this. Like, I feel like the book I feel like the volumes, you know, as they're going on, are starting to look even better, and we're getting like the shadows are starting to look better, and I am feeling like, although we are kind of almost getting like two different styles, I feel like we are really starting to see Oda flesh out his his artistic capabilities, as well as going into more mature storytelling, you know, with deeper themes, and kind of we're starting to get more of that, like, we're going to like punch you in the gut with these emotional revelations, these emotional backstories for these characters, and the reasons why these characters are doing what they're doing, and the reason why they're acting the way that they're acting, and the payoff to this. And I think this is the first like omnibus where I feel like it's ended at the perfect point, because we're going to be leading into the next 3 volumes, which I think will pretty much just be action set pieces. I think the next 3 volumes are just going to be, you know, Luffy v Arlong, which I'm really excited to see, because yeah, this is the first kind of character where there is emotional stakes involved, and Luffy has already got a reason to kind of dislike, or has got a reason to hate the antagonist. All the other ones have just been kind of pirates that have just shown up out of nowhere. This is the first one where like there is an actual connection there. There is an actual backstory and reason behind the action sequence. I feel like that's going to make it feel all the more exciting. There is stuff in this that isn't in the show. I can't remember if Don Krieg is even in the show at all. I mean, he must be, but I feel like yeah, I feel like yeah, there's stuff in this that isn't in, and I'm starting to get on board with the pacing of these, because it's not paced like your traditional comic book, a Western comic book arc. It's kind of like, instead of a volume, or instead of like a story arc being a certain amount of volumes, here it's like the chapters are the issue, and a story arc can go from like one can go from like, you know, 1 volume to 3 volumes to, you know, I don't think Arlong Park is going to even be done in the next like omnibus. But yeah, I'm really enjoying One Piece now. I think I'm fully on board. You know, it's definitely one of those ones where it's going to be getting to the points of like, all, like, we're going to get a few volumes that are like set up stuff, and then we're going to get big arc here. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think this is the first set of volumes, and volume 9 especially is like, it's like that click. It's like that, ooh, this is it. This is what I'm talking about right here. yeah, I'm really digging this, and I'm excited to get into the next batch of 3. It's probably going to be a while before I do, but I am excited to get into them, because it is going to be that big fight with Arlong. I've still got my big stack of comics from Saturday that I've got to get to, and that's probably going to be added to. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on, and the next big video like this is going to be freaking the next Mistborn book, and I think I'm gonna go from that right into the Lost Metal. Get Mistborn just blitzed through, because I want to get that done, and then when I'm done with Mistborn Era 2 in its entirety, then I'm probably going to move on to getting One Piece fully caught up, and then I'm gonna weigh in some things, see where we're at, and then Blood Swan Saga, and then I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to choose what I'm gonna be reading next in the time between then and now, or between now and then. I'm gonna get a few more books to put on the shelf behind me, and then I'm gonna do a video showing those off and saying, look, here's a load of book ones in potential series. Which one should I get to first? So that is something to look forward to. But until then, I've got a shit ton of One Piece to catch up on. I've got a shit ton of comics to catch up on. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I should be streaming soon, so keep an eye out for the next stream. I'll see you guys then. Hopefully you enjoyed. Peace.